Alright, so now I want to look at how to import or read Excel file in Python using the Jupyter notebook. So first of all, as we did in our previous data importation tutorial, you have to ensure that this pandas library is installed in your in the Jupyter notebook. So this is the code of line to basically install this pandas library. Once you install it, you don't need to install it again, so I'm going to comment it. And then the next step is to import or load the library by making use of import pandas as PD. PD is just a short form of pandas, right? So this is how you load the pandas library after you have installed it. So you have to run this line, right? So I've already run this code offline, so I can skip this. Then the next step is to basically load the data set. So I'm going to load data set. So this is going to be an Excel file, and you have to also ensure that the Excel file is in your current working directory. So if I go to where I have my Jupyter notebook or the Python source file, I can see my Excel file in here in the same folder, right? Once you have done this, you can then load the data set. So I'm going to give a name for the data set. I'm going to say there's going to be an Excel, so um, Excel underscore data, right? So I'm going to use the pandas library. So the short form is pd dot read underscore Excel, right? So the data is should be in string or double quote. So data dot xlsx, that's the extension for Excel, right? So we can run this code offline. So let's run this. Okay. So once it's done with the loading, we see a number in this. So we are done. So we can look at, can view the first 5 observations. Right. So I'm going to use the name of the data, Excel underscore data dot head. So let's run this. And here we go. We can see this is giving us the first 5 observations for our data set. Let me copy this and get the last 5 observations. So I'm going to change this to tail and run. And here we go. We can see the last 5 observations, right? Now I want to look at the structure of our data set. So structure of data set. So I'm going to type this as Excel data.info, right? So let's run. So here we go. You can see that we have 30 entries from 0 to 29, which is basically 30 rows. And we can see the data columns is 3. They are the 3 variables that we have here: gender, age, and height. And we can also see that for gender, it is an object, right? The data type is an object, which is basically means that it's a character or it's in a string form. Age is also an integer, and we can see height. The data type is float, which is basically a numeric object, right? So this is basically how to import or read an Excel file in Python using the Jupyter notebook.